It's a divine sunshine coming to you with a channeled message today. Spirit had brought to me a look like we're playing in a band and saying that somebody is playing on a downbeat. Now, if you play in an orchestra, you play in the band, you know, as far as like musicians, you got the up, you got two different beats, the upbeat, the downbeat. It's on top of the beat or you're underneath the beat. And they were saying that, okay, beautiful, that somebody, as far as when we're in our thinking, is holding it back. I started having conversations about prayer and some things and talking to source of spirit as I was getting ready and wash up. And, you know, something about being in the washroom is always, as some people say, that's the closet thing where you can really get your messages from. And I remember they were saying it was told the reason why you get messages more so in the washroom is because it's water there. Water, you know, is a nice frequency or a conduit, as they're saying to me, for you to be able to receive messages there. So, the reason why, thank you, the reason why that is so significant and you can get so much of your information there is because of the water is housed there. And it's again, water is symbolic of spiritual, you know, there's especially like when we talk about baptisms and things of that nature, of how water helps to move that energy. It's a purifier, you know, those things. And so it was telling me that, you know, I was saying about praying about something, and it was saying to me, praying is pretty much you're just doing verifying, confirming for yourself. That really doesn't have anything to do with spirit, because spirit and source already knows what you want, but it's asking for you to kind of tap in to it and just to link in into what has already you have asked for. I've talked about that, and I spoke on that on this channel before. And the understanding of it is that it's not more so for you to be doing it for source, it's more so for you to be doing it for yourself. And it was like they kind of talked back to me. Angels, probably the Ralphie and my spirit team was like, you know, we're waiting on you. You when you doing that, we not, it's not the opposite. We waiting on you to get on board. And it was like somebody's on the downbeat, and guess what? It's you. I'm like, oh, excuse me. They showed me an orchestra. You know, I was asking for a couple of things that I wanted to kind of start manifesting. And it was saying again, like when I was doing the imaging, and picturing things that I had wanted. As far as that, I'll put it out there. I'll say what I want. I wanted some more subscribers to come to the channel so I can be able to help and reach out and really help people more. And it was like, you know, that's already out there. It's you that, you know, it's like almost you of little faith. It's you that hasn't opened yourself to, you know, get online for that, to be able to receive that understanding. And it said the images, so it's telling me, it was like I started imaging and seeing people, and you know, them gravitating and seeing, turning on lights, and I have a whole imagery about how I was doing that and things of that nature, and them you know, getting services and things like that. And it was like, you know, that's more so for you to uphold. It's not for you to be forcing on source to know, because it knows how it's going to go about and getting it. It's just like, okay, you want it now. And I've talked about this on several times on this show about how it is like ordering something. I'm trying to say it because I got serviceman coming too. Like you're ordering something as well through the drive-through. And so, you know, you drive around and you already put your order in, and when you come to the end, you expect for that to happen. So that's the same thing like when we're thinking about that. But it was so interesting. And it was like somebody's holding a downbeat, which rolls over into understanding. I was just watching Jubilee 1111 had sent something to me about a young lady, a reader that I wasn't familiarized with, and she was saying about, you know, we got to open ourselves up to be able to understand that this thing, as far as how our persons might come to us totally different in the way that we expect it. I'm noticing a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of people, and I thank people for their candor and their honesty, and saying, you know, I got a lot of people that's writing me is like, okay, that's nice, but I'm gonna have to still say deuces to what things that you're saying about the journey, the twin flame journey. And what I want to say is that, you know, this journey is not for the faint of heart. And I forgot to start off with what they told me. And they're like, you didn't start off with it. So let's back up and act like this is the beginning. How are you doing? Let me check in with you. How are you doing with what's happening with the journey right now? I know some things, especially with these energies and how things are kind of coming at you at the same time. You know, how are you faring? How are you loving? How are you anchoring? How are you grounding? Does your meditation process needs to be changed, or how you going about anchoring and clearing up your chakras, or how you really mentally thinking? We got a lot of things that we're being hit with from all different angles, from what's going on in the collective, twin flame collective, what's going on in the earthly collective as people and these things. And as empaths, you got to really find yourself anchoring down. Some of you all are getting slammed because of you being so empathic. It's getting slammed from all different views and points. And some of this stuff don't have anything to do with twin flame journey. To really be honest with some of you all. Now, I didn't say everybody. Where's this heaviness that's coming from? You know, we had a lot of planetary shifts, the new moon, trying to handle duality as well, and understanding that we're really being pushed through this Sagittarius moon for us to really focus in as to the we're in Gemini. We got two conflicting kind of like energies. You got Sagittarius, which is like tunnel vision, zoom in on it, but then you got the Gemini season that we're in now too, which is causing us for the polarities, the positive and the negative. Look at my master's class, and I go into more depth about that. And so now it's like, okay, so now you got to get laser beam focused about which God are you serving. Okay, which way are you going? Which way is up? There's a song, which way is up? Okay, so you got to see which way. So in doing that, a lot of us is getting thrown around like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. Okay. However, like going back to the orchestra, you got to right now. Source is the person who's the orchestra master. Okay, and you have got to stay with the beat. You can't go on the downbeat, as Source is trying to say. These things are going to come. You know, we're on the Earth planet, which means this is a teachable planet. You have to remember at all times that you chose and you did sign up for this assignment. You chose for how these things are going to also come about as well. I know this is kind of maybe triggering for some, because I can feel you saying, I ain't signed up for all this. You did. You signed up as a twin flame. When you got the assignment, you say, I want to be made the greatest, into the greatest version of myself. And in order for them the greatest version of myself, I'm hearing them saying, almost like Malcolm X, we do it by any means necessary. Okay? Now, that's why I tell you all a lot of times that you can temper it, tell it, you know, how you want it, but the lessons are still going to come. Now, I hear a lot of people kind of checking out. Okay? And that's why you have exercise of free will as well. But not really. I'm like, I'm sorry. Not really. You can, what they give you is like a temporary, I like that commercial that said, we're just at intermission, and the world will be back to itself in a little while after the intermission. You're in the intermission. Those of you all that asked for that. They will start saying, sources start looking and saying, okay, look like they might have kind of got a nice little rest break, like recess. I call it recess, okay? And then it's time for you to come back into school and go back to learning again. You know, it's like, I understand that we don't want to really totally lose that person, but there does come a time in which they're saying, okay, you got to come back into the school and you got to learn. We got to at least dismiss you. Your stuff is in here, your book bag, everything. So you got to come in here sometime and collect your stuff. Some of you are like, I'm just deuces. I'm going to leave from the playground lot and then I'm going home. However, there's still going to be a time that this is going to call you kind of like reel back that gnawing that's put in you, like something just not right. This is, I'm trying to do it on my own, but it's a missing pieces. It's still that void, that black hole. Not that black hole. It's just that void. Let's leave it that way. It's still that void. Like, I'm being great, but am I really truly being like the greatest, like Muhammad Ali? Float like a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Am I truly being the greatest that I can be? I'm being great, but not greatest. EST, that means above, like the kids say, zero no highest. So you have to ask yourself, and when I'm on this as far as life, am I playing on the downbeat or I'm on right on the beat, upbeat? And a lot of spirit is saying some of you all are playing on downbeat. And it's like I'm conducting, but you're not falling in line. You call yourself doing your own thing and doing your own time, on your own time, following your own rhyme. Now, I don't know what that means, but that's what they brought it to me. My own rhyme and reason. That's what they said. That's why they say rhyme. And it's not really matching up. Some of these things are kind of excuses. SC 11:11:22. Love you too. And so my thing is that we got to get on board. We got to get on board with this thing. Now, I'm not even going to go into that about that soul mates and whatever mates and regular Joes and all that stuff. I'm talking to the twin flame ones that it's like you just right there and you down for the count, seem like it, and you on the ropes, and the person is life in some ways is counting down 10, 9, 8 before they throw in the towel, and I'm telling you to get up. You got another fight, like Rocky. You got another fight within you. Get up. Take a little rest break, go over to the corner, rinse the mouth out, get the water out. Spit something out. Put the teeth guard back in. And let's go back in this ring again. Because this time we almost there. We ain't got nothing but one more round. And some of you all, you're just like right there on the precipice, they're saying. And so I'm giving you this talk to say, okay, take the time that you need, self-care. Take your little time out if you need to go over in the corner, kind of get a perspective about how your new strategies are going to be when you come in there. But remember, again, some of you all, while you're in this position, on the downbeat, is because you're looking for the results of the divine counterpart to come. This journey is about a journey of self. I keep telling you that. These other things that you coming with your divine masculine, I have to remind myself that too, daily. The divine masculine or the divine feminine is a bonus. This is about you being better. Also, I want to bring to you too, before I sign off, is that a lot of them, last night I was talking to David, and as I was talking from Soul Mission, and as I was talking to him, I was getting epiphanies about the divine masculine at the same time. And I was seeing us like we were tethered, and then I was kind of like we was going in space, and I was forward and he was behind me, and then I had like this cord, this red cord, like spacemen, like astronauts, and I was pulling the cord, say come on up here, and he was like this, coming towards me like this, and then before I knew it, he had took off and he was gone, and then I was like, oh, wait a second, now you off, now I'm trying to do that, and then some kind of way we came together. And I've told you all that's kind of really the course of how it's going to go when the divine masters go. But I want to put this caveat into you. Just remember again, it is very important. You want that divine masculine ready. When I was talking to David and we were chiming and being able to talk and bounce off ideas and energies together, I was like, I did like an out about it. I said, you see how this is going? See, he accepts how you're doing and what you're doing and your greatness and how you're doing with your greatness. You want your divine, see 1441 mirroring. You want your divine masculine or your divine counterpart at that point, that when you talk to him, He's not like, and you feeling, as you empathic, you feeling all that down vibrations from them. It's like, now this is another distraction. I'm on my mission. Spirit and told me to do this kind of spiritual work, but then you at the same time, it's like I can feel your energy. It's like you're not on board with that, or you got other things that you not on board. You're thinking about getting another person to be with, or you letting the job be in a distraction for you, and it's weighing your energy down, which is weighing both of our energies down. That's a whole lot of another orbiting and things. You want your divine counterpart at the point that they are ready, that they accept it. We doing like Mr. and Mrs. Jones. We got our backs to backs. It's like Brad and Angelina in the movie, not in real life, because you know they ain't make it. Because number one, they wasn't soulmates or twin flames or whatever you want to call it. That was karmic energies. That sucker went down in flames real quick. It's just like that was a karmic situation now. But he learned. He got beautiful things out of the kids. He wanted to be a dad. You know, those things in there. But she got some issues and things that Angelina got to work through. And she brought out some things out of Brad that he had to work through too as well. So, you know, it is what it is. But again, you see that situation when you're not ready. Now, I don't remember Brad going in there being such an alcoholic until, you know, he became an alcoholic after a while. And doing things that was not like Brad's character. Brad is kind of like easy peasy lemon squeezy because he's a Sagittarius. So I know how they kind of roll. You know, I don't strike unless you strike. But when they strike, baby, you know, you know, they got something. They got something for you. High morals, ethnics about things. And that's all, pretty much all signs. But that's the same thing like that, you know, they don't come in there with that fight mentality. They got something they can go blow for blow. Very highly intellectual Sagittarius. But my thing is that he didn't come in there, and that wasn't Brad Pitt's his energy. He's like a divine master. I'm here to love. I want to love these kids. I want to love you. I want to protect. I want to provide. I want to profess. And that's what's my main objective for coming in here for is. And Angelina Jolie say, "Oh, I see that," and I'm throwing it out the window. And then I got my own issues with my own childhood wounds because everybody know her story. And those things. So I'm not trying to be no TMZ or entertainment tonight, but I'm just showing you how when somebody's not ready and they still got their energies and he think he ready, but he ain't really ready, and how this person that ain't ready wrecks up a person that's like, I thought I was ready, and then it just effed it all up all together. That's what I'm talking about. That you want somebody at least with the 80% together and you 80% together and say, okay, we can take off from here. You got too much work to do. They say this is too case sensitive of work. And if your divine masculine is all over the place like that, it's going to make you're going to be like, okay, so now I'm trying to hold down this mission, and I'm trying to hold you down, trying to make sure you ain't looking for no more other karmics out here. And you like looking at source saying, I can't do this. I'm really, at this point, I'm going to just say, just forget it. Okay? You're going to be... That's cute. You just say forget it. Just say forget it. Okay. And so that's funny they sent me that. So it's like, you know, you be looking at that saying that's comfortable, but then at the same time you be deserting what you really destined to be with. So you want this. Spirit brought it to me very clear that they say that you want them. It behooves you that you get them when they are truly ready, because again, when they're not ready and they have baked, they say they're gonna be trouble. They're going to distract you and they're going to get you off task. Okay, so you want them with a clear. They're not going to come 100% perfect. That goes back to the lady that Jupiter 1111 show had sent me about have an open mind about how they show up. I've been saying this all along. That's why I say about this unconditional love. But at the same time, you don't want them coming in with traces of their old self either. Excuse me, somebody got to release something. Okay, you don't want it, and that's a big release, and you don't want them coming back with that same thing. So you got to kind of release whatever things that you thought that they were going to come, and you got to release this fear about them saying, oh my God, am I going to know when they're really actually ready? You know. You have to remember that this person is specially made, tailor made for you. You can handle them. If they got that 20% they still struggling with, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can handle them. You can handle them. You can handle them. I talk to myself, but you can handle them. They specially made for you. They know you inside and out. So you got the inside game, the playbook. Because how you got the playbook? Because you know you. Remember, you same soul, same energies, same resonancies, same vibration. Only thing that has made them different is because of the different experiences that they've had and the life lessons and how from that point on. But at the core, they're you. So now you got to think about their situation. Okay, if I grew up with molestation, okay, all right, me trying to be a people pleaser, I was bullied in high school, okay, and now, I got into a little trouble, okay, and so now, what would I be doing in that kind of situation? Oh, yeah, well, I have me a closed off heart. I'll probably be snapping at people and being very defensive of everybody, okay, and that. So then you can put yourself in their shoes, because if you can do that, then you can know exactly where they're coming from. Oh, okay, I see why I'm exhibiting, or why I'm mirroring or expressing that. But you got to take all these things into consideration. That's why I said Spirit says somebody's on the downbeat. You're not on where you're supposed to be. You're going against the rhythm of things like that. And get back on to the rhythm. Okay? All right then. That's the end of my channel message. Please try my Insta reading. Those of you all that have questions about your twin flame journey, go to divineunisoul's11.co. You can get an instant reading right there, downloadable right there. I have 7 situations for you to choose from and 4 solutions to those things. It's $7 for your situations and $4 for your solutions. Very easy, lemon squeezy. You pick your scenario combinations. Maybe you want situation 1 and solution 3. So you look and you sit there, and Spirit has guided me on all of them. I will be constantly uploading some more. Spirit's guided me to do a my McNasty and Kundalini twist version of it. I did the clean version. You got like a little bit of it in there, the Kama Sutra in there. But this time they said do it, say 22, so mastery. They want me to do a set of now, add in there with the Kama Sutra. I'll put that in parentheses. So that means I think the next, since they say 7, so the next edition will be the Kama Sutra, the McNasty cards, the McNasty cards with the Kundalini twist. Added on to that in there. No other reader is offering that. That gives you instantly, you can go in there and get as many readings as you want to. And you can also, again, if you got 7, you just want the situation, but you already know the solution, you can get it just for $7. If you know the problem, but you don't know the solution, you can get the solution from Spirit for $4. Okay, so that's really easy. There's no way you can get any kind of readings around town for no $4 or $7. That cheap and instantly. You don't have to wait for me. You don't have to book anything. So you pick it. It downloads it, and it gives the video that I have already uploaded for you. Okay, so try that out and see. Hey, it's nothing but just $11. Hey, you just did that. Oh, thank you. Spirit is saying try it out. It's just $11 and see. I already have gotten, it looks to my community tab, I already got a feedback from Jubilee 1111. She said it answered, it resonated 100% with her. And so my thing is, and they've been going, so thank God for that. They have been going. I have been people trying them out. I had some this morning. Woke up early this morning. See, that's again, you can get it 1 in the morning, the reading. Come on, where can you get a reading 1 in the morning from somebody? It's like, okay, you whenever you want, and you say, now you in the washroom at work, and you say, I want to read about what's going on about my love life. Bing, bing, there you go. Okay, so I see somebody say, my God, she said the washroom. Lord, how much? She just lost her mind. So again, try it out. 24/24, beautiful. And so I'll end on that note. So again, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Love you.